What's going on, guys? This is Miasin back at it with another DB video. This is going to be an Ishizu Tearlaments mirror match. Very interesting. So Kyle is winning the dice roll and he's going to choose to go first. And again, Ishizu Tear mirror match. Everyone drew the nuts. So Magnamut, Sharon, Meirus, Solik, and Scream. Very nice hand against Scream. Triple Tactics, Double Keldo, and Hafinus. So actually, I want to say this is worse than this hand, but it's still very much playable. So you have to go like Scream and then normal summon the Hafinus, special summon the Keldo, and mail 3 cards and kind of just pray. So yeah, summon and then summon and summon and discard rather. Search for... I probably would have searched the Kelbeck in this instance. Like Mudora doesn't really do anything in the hand. And he's going to be mailing the Hafinus so that at least can use its ability and, you know, try to do something. But unfortunately, the Bisted Magnamut will try to banish it. He's going to shuffle it back into the deck so that the Magnamut doesn't successfully special summon itself. The issue is that the Magnamut stays in the hand, so you can keep applying pressure with this card. Now, the Triple Tactics is going to be drawing it into Sharon, and he's going to go Sharon effect, pitch the Modora in order to summon it and also send 3 cards. So he's going to be not getting anything because he already attempted to use the effect of Hafinus. Now he can make the Time Thief Redoer and at least get his engine started from there, but actually chooses not to do that and goes for Dweller, which is very interesting. I guess when you see like a Bisted monster, you can probably safely assume that this is a mirror match. But he's not really going for like a fusion summon on turn 1, which is kind of what you really want to do in this deck. I don't know if there was like another way to get a rank 4 on the field if you had to make like, you know, let's say Redoer into like some stuff like that. I really don't think so. Very unfortunate though. But yeah, Dweller Pass might not be enough in the mirror match. Like you need Dweller and a little bit of a board at the very least. But he's not even gonna bother with like special summon Sharon, just normal summon. And thanks to his own Scream, every monster has like, you know, original attack in a way, because they all lose 500 attack. So at least like your Sharon can actually jump over the Hafinus and the Dweller. He wouldn't have been able to do that if he didn't have his own Scream, because that would have lost like 500 and his monsters would have been like full. Anyways, he does mail a Sharon with the effect of Scream, which is very, very good for him. But again, the Bisted monsters are too good, man. Like, you can never fuse because of them. Like, that's the reason why Magnamut is just, like, obviously a 3-of in, like, everything. If you can play this card, you have to play this card. But yeah, he's going to be jumping over the Dweller and then main phase 2, just set the Solik and pass turn there. Top deck of Droplets is not really what you want. Like, you want a card that you can actually activate, well, summon on the field, so that you can at least try to, like, use your Scream and stuff like that, and play from there. But unfortunately, there is really just nothing he can do. So I can imagine, yeah, exactly. I can imagine a concession here. So yeah, very unfortunate turn of events. I want to say that's probably what happens when you just go Dweller Pass with like no board. Yeah, but at the end of the day, he still had like a Bisted monster and stuff like that. So it wouldn't have been easy. Now on game 2, he makes him go first, which is very, very unusual. I don't really understand. Goes for Terraforming, searches the field spell, and then activate the field spell. I would, yeah, obviously search the Hafinus, and at least try to play a little bit here, so normal summon the Reno Heart and stuff like that, but he doesn't do anything. I don't understand. Is there, like, a reason to not do that outside of playing around Magnamut so that your opponent doesn't get, like, advantage? I really don't think so, because either way, like, he had the extenders to, like, keep going. Anyways, he's going to go special summon the Sharon, and then discard, most likely Sharon, exactly, mail 3 cards. Is he gonna get something good? I guess Mudora is decent, but Herald of Orange Light doesn't do jack shit in the graveyard. Fuse for the Kid Kalos and then use its effect. That is going to be met with Hafinus. And it's not going to be whiffing because Reno Heart is decent in the graveyard. You can revive back, page the Sharon, and then send a monster and potentially like double fuse or something. So that would actually be not too bad. And he's going to not be popping the Kid Kalos with the field spell when the Mudora shuffles back the Reno Heart. Because yes, that is how you get interrupted. It's actually really crazy, man. The Ishizu monsters are just way, way too good. But yeah, Kid Kalos send itself, summon the Meiru. Actually crazy how he's not even bothering with the Solik. Like, not at all. So yeah, this mails 8 cards. He actually could have avoided that, but he doesn't care. The Hafinus can use its ability. Yes, and the Scream as well. So he can go Chilling 1, Chilling 2. And he cannot use the Mudora, but he can use the Keldo in case he tries to use any more tier effects in the graveyard. So that's actually really disgusting. So he's gonna go Chilling 1, Chilling 2, exactly just like I said. He already has Crime in the hand, so now he can Surge the Solik. He never milled it. And either way, some people actually play 2 Solik, which is pretty interesting. Now, there is also the argument of this player chose to like pass turn on like doing nothing to play around the Reaper. That's something I just realized when like I saw him mail the card. But whatever, it is what it is. Alright, the normal summon the Reno Heart, gonna be using the effect for the Meiru. And now he can actually fuse for the Kaleido Heart and start picking up the board, but he's actually going to be making Garura, which I think is very interesting. And another interesting thing here would be like to summon the Meru and attack, but defense, sorry, instead of attack, because he's trying to go battle phase anyways, like not even trying to like go Kaleido hard, break the board and stuff like that. But whatever, it is what it is. So yeah, Solik is going to be negating what? I would try to go like negate Lulu Karos, send this and then use the effect. And then, yeah, I mean, he goes like Kaldo, shuffle back, and you die anyways. Yeah, there is no way you can win, my friend. No way at all. So yeah, game 3, things are going to most likely be different here. And I want to say this game could have been in, like, Armageddon's favor if he just, like, committed to the board instead of doing nothing at all. Even though this is a tier 0 format, I don't think this is, like, the exact same as, like, the Go Second Spiral format where, like, everybody had to go second and never summon a monster because if you got Reapered, you lost the game. But yeah, game 3, gonna be opening up with Sharon, Scream, Triple Tactics, Mudora, and Kaldo against Kaldo, Droplets, Magnamut, Field Spell, and Mudora. So Droplets here is actually really nasty because it does trigger the effect of Kelbeck and Agido when you send them. It doesn't have to be a bar card effect. And this hand is very, very nasty as well. So I just love seeing like the crack against the crack. Anyways, pitch the Mudora, summon the Kaldo, and then search another Kaldo. Again, very interesting, but I guess they don't really want to give like any advantage to their opponents. But anyways, special summon the Sharon, pitch the Hoffinus. He pitched the Kaldo, sorry. And then mail 3 cards. Gonna be mailing an additional 3 cards with a Scream. Magnamut is going to attempt to summon itself, and that actually does resolve. So yeah, he's going to be getting his end-phase search. He actually sends the Crime, which is so good because now he can recycle back the Hoffinus. Oh my god, this is exactly what you wanted. Let's freaking go, man. So yeah, gets back a resource, and now he can obviously go for the Redoer and then detach and play from there, because the Sharon never used this effect, and the Triple Tactics to look at the hand is also very nasty, so make him lose the field spell so that he kind of bricks now, even if he, you know, and gets the end-phase search of Druid Worm, doesn't matter too much, so now he's safe from interruptions completely. Redoer, detach, use the effect of Sharon to summon the Kid Kalos, most likely going to be searching for, hold on, he already normal summoned, right? No, he didn't, so I guess you can search like Reno Heart, and then send the Meru, and then revive back the Meru with the effect of Kid Kalos. That's actually a really good move. Let's see if he's gonna do that. Okay, so send the Meru, that's step number 1. Yes, okay, so he didn't use the effect of Meru. This guy is smart. Let's freaking go Armageddon. You know the strat. So now I mail 8 cards. The only effect left is Meru. The Heartbeats is a really freaking good card to Foolish because you can recycle back the Crime. And I believe his Scream, he never really actually... Yeah, if you can find a way to like destroy your own Scream, you can search the Solik, which is pretty good. Now at this point, he can make the Sprint and Foolish for the Meru, which is the only effect that never resolved. So if you want to like improve at this deck, you have to understand that the Tearlaments names, they trigger to like fuse, yeah, sure, and it's kind of like the same effect, but they're not identical. So you're typically always trying to trigger the effect of Hoffinus first, and then Sharon second, and Meru last. And the reason for that is because Hoffinus is irrelevant. Like his name and level is just irrelevant. It's just a level 3. You can't really do anything spicy with it. Sharon is different because you can detach it with Redoer. So you want to give yourself more options. And Meru is the more unique because you can revive it back with Elf and you can send it with Sprint, which is something that you always have access to because even if you have 3 non-level 2 or rank or link 2 monsters on the field, you can turn them into link 2 and then a Sprint. And Redoer needs very specifically 2 level 4 monsters. So yeah, if you are still kind of confused, make sure you just leave a comment and I'll answer you just to clarify things up. So now you can make the Kaleido Heart. Oh, chooses not to do that. Just ends on the Lulu Karos, sets the Crime, and then gets back the Redoer and passes turn here, which is already a very nice board, to be honest. Now, one thing that I'm a big fan of here is the fact that the Sprint can actually be an interruption because the Redoer gets material. And does that detach for cost? No, my god, you can detach a material from an Xyz monster you control, then target 1 monster on the field. Yeah, okay, so it is a cost. So it will not trigger the effect of the Tearlaments if you detach them, if your opponent was actually able to get one from, well, if the Redoer was able to get one from the opponent's deck on the standby phase. Anyways, Kaldo is going to be summoning itself, pitch the Mudora, search another Mudora. I think everybody's just siding out the Agido and Kelbeck in the mirror match. I can definitely understand that because you're not really trying to help the opponent. Yeah, anyways, Scream is going to be, you know, triggering in order to send the Solik and Meru, which is very nasty, because now he can make a Kaleido Heart and just win from there. The Mudora is going to get negated by the Crime, which means that everything resolves. You can make a Kaleido Heart here. What are you going to be shuffling back? Most likely the Magnamut, because it is a beat stick that would jump over the Redoer, and you want to keep this on the field so that your Sprint can actually do something. And the Lulu Karos can take care of the Druid Worm. So these 2 cards are checked. and I think he looked at his hand, yes. So he knows for a fact that he has to deal with Hafines and Mudora. He just doesn't know about the droplet because that was the top deck for turn, if I recall correctly. So now, oh my god, this is very nasty. Change the Hafines to the Kaleido Heart and then change the droplet in order to send everything that is actually at risk here. So obviously the Magnamut because it would get shuffled back. And what else is it gonna be? Oh, that's it? Wow. Because the thing is, again, the Sprint and the Kaleido Heart are really, really nasty. Like, you're not trying to, like, let them not be negated, basically. Again, player A, Armageddon, still has the Hafines, so potentially could make a Dragostapelia here. And Keldo being able to shuffle back the tier so that you never fuse is really, really unfair. Now, the Druid Worm, obviously, like I said, does not resolve because of the Lulu Karos. And now he can trigger to, like, send... Oh, yeah, the Kid Kalos. That's a Kaleido Heart, sorry. That's even better, so he can send a tier and then make the Dragostapelia right away if he wants to. Doesn't have any fusions in grave, so you might actually want to make something like a Kid Kalos and then search on the opponent's turn. That could work, but he chooses to just make Dragostapelia using the used-up Lulu Karos, which, again, also makes sense. He uses the effect of Redoer. Very interesting, because, again, he could have used the Sprint to, like, bounce back something. But whatever. Alright, Baguska Pass. That will really not do anything because now he can go like Borload, steal the Baguska, and then main phase 2 put it in attack, and then just put everything in attack, and well, it's gonna be on main phase 2, but the Underworld Goddess is going to take care of it anyways, and he can go for game. So that's it. Armageddon manages to win. That was absolutely crazy. Nicely done. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.